Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I wanted to make a video like kind of simple. I might actually end up separating them, we'll see. But I kind of saw this and I was a little surprised by it. I'll probably make two videos on it, just kind of get a quick one. But I just saw like the biggest thing that I think y'all should be aware of. So before if you forget or didn't really check it out or somehow managed to like, hey, I kind of missed this. What's going on with this? So I just logged in and I saw a big thing that I might have to double check. Yeah, we've had a couple of rewards and updates lately, and I think y'all are aware of it. And I haven't really been posting these too much because I wasn't sure when to make them, but I think this was kind of important, so I thought I might as well. So we actually have an important keynote announcement. So, for those of us that have been using the Master of Garden with Facebook, should be aware that it is deprecated, which basically means that you can no longer use it to link your account. So, don't use it from now on. Let's read out what they actually said. Thank you for playing Master of Garden. Thank you for playing the Immense Shadow Master of Garden. We wanted to take this opportunity to announce the account link method of using Facebook login to preserve player data will be deprecated in a regular client update in June this year. June 12th, to be precise. So in about, give or take like 6 days plus 1. So about 21-ish days-ish, 20-ish days. This decision comes as Meta is wrapping down support of this feature. We've made the difficult choice of removing it from the game for all support of this feature from Meta accounts. First. Also, Meta's kind of throwing stuff out there. Okay, that's interesting. If you're a player that has linked their account with Facebook login, you're still able to preserve your progress data by relinking your play account with either signing with Apple or signing with Google. We fully encourage players who have linked their accounts with Facebook login to make the prior to the removal of this feature to avoid any complications once the update occurs. In the case you do encounter the issues prior and or after Facebook login has been removed, please reach out to us via the customer service portal setting for accessible from the menu. Tab. It is recommended all players keep a record of the profile ID to make accountable. So make sure to relink your accounts if you just have it connected to Facebook. It appears that we are actually getting kind of kicked out of that prospect of things, so that's kind of an important thing. So there's been a couple of updates that I've been kind of wanting to like put out, but didn't really make us and see them kind of important too much. But there's actually a couple of things, right? So I believe stuff like the producer missions currently are still not updated as of yet. So this still says event 1-on-1 test, but the biggest thing you should be aware of if you're trying to claim this rewards and you keep testing this, stop. You should be trying to get the cheer points. These are the points that are actually usable that actually increase your points on this thing. If you're not aware of this, the way you get these cheer points is through the quests and in your daily use of awards. You can actually get about 30 of them very easily from the Spin Awards quests. But the biggest thing about it is getting that as well as so you normally get it from those. You also get them directly from the quest itself, which I may actually have to do because I'm pretty sure if this is capped, I'm going to have to actually farm as much as I can from this. But you get them from this thing. You get them after completing one of these quests. You get 134, or you get 1 point completing this in Guild Difficulty 1. You don't actually get any from mid-level. I don't think you also don't get any from Challenge either. You get one for this thing, you get 7 points for these things, 7 cheer points. This is idealistically the best you want to do, but I'm not gonna lie, I barely managed to see a live on this day, so you want to go for the normal one. But yeah, that's kind of like stuff that you should be aware of. Another thing you should be aware of is we've had a couple of bugs, it seems like, and I actually wanted to show y'all in the gift box because I did notice they've been giving away conversation for issue correction, which I wasn't aware of what they did. But I know they've had a couple of issues and kind of half through. Let's see. Is there anything else? No. These are the anniversary gifts that I'll actually post them in a few. I think I'm gonna make that a separate video. We've also had a couple of updates for part of the acceleration. If you haven't logged in, they've been just kind of like releasing that stuff. Hopefully you've gotten this in time. I don't think they really have a timer, and if they do, I think it's about a week. But there's more other stuff. We actually had the release of Alexia. Seems kind of neat. As well as it seems we have a new floor and limited time title. New floor will be added to the World Tree on the 5/30th. So on the 30th of this month, April. Actually, it's May, I think. 30th of May, we're getting a 22nd floor. There will be one new floor with the 22nd as the highest floor. Please note the addition of the new floor will limit the completing the current floor will not be available. So we're getting a new title and we're getting a new floor. We've also gotten the update, the Bridge in the Shadow, the 523 update. We actually have the Alexia update there. We also have the collection SharePoints things. So these are the kind of the producer quests, mission things. These are actually the quests right here. These are really difficult to complete, sadly. And as much as I'd like you guys to like get as much as you can, realistically the best you can do is complete the 30 and the 30, so you actually get the best rewards, at least from my perspective. Because gems can be used to purchase everything else, pretty much. So idealistically, you're probably better off cheering on Rose 30 times and then cheering on Alexia 30 times. So that the way you do this, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but the way you do this, you go here. Is it here? I believe it's here. No, see, it's in the exchange tab. So it's right here. So you're in this tab. I don't pretty much ignore this because you have to pay for these other ones. It's right here. So this is where you change your points. You can actually get it to 30 or whatever. Get just enough to get whatever you want. Because I'm not entirely sure if you actually get rewards from having like two of these at the same point. Because I know in the past, if you cheer a person a little bit more than the other, you end up with more rewards than the other ones. So if you want like the minimum rewards, do that. So in the case for me, right? So I would go to exchange shop, go to the cheer points, click on one of these, get it to 30. Here, number own. Cheer on times. This is 30. And it should now show up as claim it here. So many back tabs. That's it, right? So once you've done this, you can claim the one-on-one test, which is really cheer Rose 30 times. You can get 1500 Phantasm gems in this part of the first part. You can get more easily from clearing the quest. If you just want to get like pretty much just done with this like really fast, you can probably use the guild war. You should probably like join a guild with my recommendation, because otherwise you really can't complete it too fast. I have my own, so that kind of I created. You don't even have to join anybody particular. I would recommend it if you're a starting player, joining your own. If you ever feel comfortable or see somebody you like and talk to someplace, join theirs if you're interested. It's not necessarily like a big deal, but if you do find it like easier to just join a guild earlier on, do that. But the point is, the goal is to spend these coins, spend these items, and then complete them. Right. Spend this. Whenever you spend 800 of these, you're set. I want to test something else, so I think the maximum is. Okay, so actually no, the award maximum is a little bit higher. I thought I maxed this out. I wasn't aware of that. Since it was very oddly specifically $9.99, I thought I was maxed. I was not. Cool, good to know. I don't know if that's higher. I'll check that out later, regardless. We also have, let's see. Guys, this kind of like coalesced with a lot of news recently that have happened. So the 523 update, we're back here. So we had a bunch of banners that came through as well. So if you're looking for those, check them out. I would recommend personally, I'm gonna wait until like the end of the banner and see if there's any like whatchamacallit. So what I'm gonna do personally is I'm actually gonna summon on the. I'm actually not gonna summon any of these banners because I already have like really good red units, and I don't necessarily need the coins for anything. So I'm not gonna summon on these at all. What I'm actually gonna summon is on this banner. This, if you're looking to dupe any of your characters at all, I would highly recommend this banner. If you don't know why, it's because you actually get a total of 20 magic crystals, which just doesn't sound like a lot if you go through this banner. It's 100 pulls. Yes, it's 100 pulls, but you get the choice of 2 of any character you get dupes for. This is probably the best thing I've seen in a hot minute, and it's only 25k. So you don't actually have to go through, you know, if you already have like a character that's like close to being maxed out, you don't even have to go all the way. You can probably pull 15, you'd be set. That will cost you about what, 12,500 give or take. I'm actually gonna go to 100 because you actually end up getting more stuff and things from there. This isn't necessarily like kind of like, I wouldn't necessarily call this like a great banner. I think personally the biggest thing is the magic crystals. This is probably what's worth the most. And since it's not actually a paid banner, this is by far the best deal I've seen in this game. Because I don't know if y'all saw my pulls for Rose or for Alpha, but in 63k gems, I got 2 characters. In 25k gems, right? Or yeah, in 25k Phantasm gems, I'm gonna get 2 pulls or two dupes for any character I want. Any. It could be Alpha, it could be Rose, it could be. I think I'm personally actually gonna go with Aurora because she's actually been doing a really good job, and I actually want to see her maxed out. So I'm actually gonna go with her because Alpha right now doesn't seem that great to me, and she's good, but she doesn't actually she buffs herself a lot, but her yellow team just needs more characters is my problem, at least right now. So she's not necessarily great, and I need to build her more, and just get really nice characters. I think is the problem, but I haven't really seen any that interesting, so I'm gonna have to delete it. So, but I digress. Back to the topic. So currently, this is currently the best banner from my experience. So if you would like some like advice on some of this stuff, highly advise that you go into this one. The big note to know about this banner is this banner will go in 12 days. So you still have plenty of time if you really don't want to choose on this banner because there's nothing new about this. It's just a really like efficient banner. It's just like really rewarding. It's actually like really rewarding because getting a character dupe for any of the characters you want is really expensive. If you want to transfer your character to just get your character in a different banner, you do what you want. This is my recommendation. I ended up like rethinking about this banner over and over again, and it's actually really crazy to actually have like 2 dupes on any character you want. It is probably by far the easiest way to like save up gems because put it like this, right? Theoretically speaking, you spend 53,000 gems, right? In a banner, or 63,000, because I ended up having to go 30 extra pulls to get the weapon guaranteed, plus getting the guaranteed alpha. That's how it was for me. Yeah. My reflex. I'm sorry. I did a reflex. But let's see. So, if I actually pull, let me put a notepad out. Let's see. I have a bunch of tabs currently, so I am going to close this one. I'm also going to close this one. Yeah, this one. pardon me for a second. Let's see. And give me a second. Actually, let me pause. I guess yeah. Okay. Oh god, I just realized my audio's kind of. Okay, that kind of did a bad one. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Sorry for not having any audio in the background. I just realized that it had the turned off on accident. That is really funny. That is quite funny. I do apologize if y'all have heard like no background noise for 15 minutes. Oh, that's oh, pull this notepad out. But where should I do this? And we're gonna earn a little more. So currently there is 25k gems. The idea is from this you actually get 2 dupes of any character you want. I have to make this a little bigger. So from those 25k gems you can get any character that you want. So 25k gems, 2 dupes on a character you want. Typically, whenever you pull on a banner, you want to go at least the 56k in, which is from the 28k. If you want a guaranteed pity of the one character you want. So if you typically would spend, so let's say 112k, right? Assuming you only get guarantees, which would happen to me, by the way. I got 2 really, which is better than 1 guarantee. But yeah, I got one character from the banner, that being Alpha, in the same case for her, right? So I got her, and I had to go all the way to Pity to get another dupe, and so I got her, and then I got our weapon, and only got our weapon once. So we got that. Then that ended up actually being about 63k gems for guarantee, weapon, plus pity character. Expense a little more. So that's how it ended up being. For the case of wanting a character, it is actually more ideal if you spend 25k gems to get another 2 dupes. Because in general, assuming you already have the character and it took you the X amount of tries, let's assume it's 56k. Because sometimes you can get the character again and again. It's really however you feel like it. Worst case scenario, if you just want one singular dupe, it's actually so it's 56k. Assuming you get really unlucky, that's just the character. So assuming it's just the character you want, it's 56k plus the 25k for 2 dupes. I don't know, I think it should remain the same throughout the entire banner, hopefully. I need to double check this actually before I'm like spewing like lies. I just hope it remains 2500 for the entire thing. I'm not sure if it remains like that. It may be something that needs testing, to be honest. Yeah, because I would be a little obnoxious if it just an error may occur if it attempts someone that they've been sober. As ambush, yes. I may have to double check that because I'm not totally sure. Because this seems like the best like bang for your buck, but the fact that the first one is 2500 does not give me it does not bode well if it changes price. The bonus items pertain from your thing. If it remains the same price, it's probably gonna be like 25k. Otherwise, it may end up like throwing a little bit more stuff I may actually need to double check that. It's hard to check if you. It really doesn't say anything here. Power is not available from the stem. Someone's by point. Someone application, bonus enhancement. There's a limit to the mystical points you can obtain. Any points exceeding the limit will be lost. The bonus gauge does not carry over to other summons. Any enemy choice accumulated will be lost once the target summon ends. Exchange points can also be earned at the same time. What do you mean exchange points? There's no exchange here. That's very peculiar. May need to read all down on this one because I'm not entirely sure. We'll let you know in a couple, and whenever we're close to the ending on it, actually make this a note for myself. I hope this shows up in the thing. I remember to double check if it increases in price upon power summoning, and what does exchange points mean in this case? Because there's not necessarily like there's not actually a it doesn't say that there's like it increases in price or whatever. It also doesn't say there's like an exchange up here, so it's kind of what I'm confused by. If it adds to the regular summon banner, that'd be nice, but I doubt it. Yeah, especially since there's an exchange tab here. Yeah, I don't think it's really necessarily pointing out anything. So let's go back to the topic. As simple as that. So 25k with extra 2 dupes. That means for 3 characters. If you summon this banner, idealistically, right, you'd end up with about 76-ish. No, it's 80. Okay. Yeah, 81k for 3 dupes. Well, typically in the case of summoning for the amount of gems you typically would be about 168k for 3 dupes. No guarantees. And while this may sound like half the cost for the amount of things, it really ends up actually being really nice, especially if you get the character early on and you want to summon on the character later. This is actually really crazy good. Especially for those characters that you can no longer summon on and are guaranteed limited. Because this is extremely valuable. It's also really valuable for Shadowfest, since they also don't come that often, and even if they do, you may not end up summoning, because sometimes the banners are not really that great. I think currently the best banner I've seen really so far is probably this one, because it includes, and not guarantees by the way, it just includes the characters from the banner. It includes every Shadowfest I've known in the known game. So all the Shadowfest, yeah, 50% member, first, third member, fourth member, fifth member. All the characters is probably like the best banner really for Shadowfest if you're paid to win. Though I will say that there's also guaranteed if you're not aware of it. Let me actually point it out for those of you that are actually whaling. So if you are looking to spend some moolah and actually have a little bit of cash, your best bet to getting a guarantee. Oh, so you actually get a powerful summon ticket. Huh, that's the only one. Wait, really? You can only buy one of these? Oh. Yeah, I think probably the best pack is probably this one. As expensive as really can be, but you get like 5 tickets, or yeah, you get 5 SS tickets. It's one of these things. But really, the best thing is if you want a Shadowfest character, that's 10k gems right here, which is a lot less than what you even have to pay for most of the other characters if you are actually spending money. It's about this. It's a little bit over $110, $105, not including taxes. This is USD, by the way, if you'd like to know like the currency for this. So this would be the price for that. Assuming that's kind of like the worst case, the best case scenario, if you're actually spending money, the 10k pay gems plus the 25k gems, it actually ends up being about 35k for the 3 dupes, which is crazy. Actually really crazy for 35k gems. For those of you that are actually wheeling, this is probably the best deal like we've seen in a minute. Especially since the 10k pet gems, the ticket I just showed you, is select. You actually get to select the Shadow Fist. So if you've been the unluckiest you've ever been in your entire life, this is probably your best calling. Especially since you get 5 guaranteed, just 5 tickets. It's actually not that bad for paying, I guess. It's just still paying for it, so I don't really push for this stuff. It really is like, if you want it, go for it. If you don't want it, do not whatsoever spend money on this game. Like $105 to get a pull for your characters wild. It's probably cheaper if you're actually whaling, so you know what to do with that information. So we have that. That's for the guarantees, the 3 dupes. So, assuming you can actually get lucky earlier on, right? So I've seen some people, and I've seen my own pulls, like just 30 pulls I've gotten characters. I don't know if I have the information on that here, but for my characters, for these 2, I actually ended up summoning on both of their banners. I got really lucky, and I got them early on. So I was really happy. I got Iris, Midgard, and I got Beatrix. So I got both of these really early on, about 110 pulls? Or 100 pulls within 2 of these. I got her in like the first pull, I think. I'm gonna try her. But she was really, really lucky. But I digress. On from the topic of spending money and like wasting your killing your wallet, we're actually back onto the updates and this kind of thing, right? Sorry for going a bit on a rant. Just kind of some stuff now if you want to know this information. But the event pack feature event campaign. Let's see. So we also had a new campaign of requests, by the way. If you all don't know, we actually have a new event that's featured at the moment. It's actually not out as a event. So we're actually just getting like 10 food items so far. And we also have the special limited time quest, like limited time missions. So actually, if you complete them, you get about 1,000 gems as well. This is probably like the most important. Complete all these quests. You only need to log in 3 times, and then craft a couple of things, and then fight 2 days of PvP worth, basically. Guess I get a total of about million Senny. That's really whatever. But if you like that stuff, go ahead. Moving on from that, we also have we have the banner event, feature event campaign. That's it. The news. That's that. Yeah, we have the new Alexa selection banner ticket, Shadow Revival selection ticket, and the other we've gone over this. The summon ticket packs. So we have a bunch of packs that are currently on the banner. Y'all saw them. I don't, other than like the one I really mentioned for the anniversary, like 1.5 anniversary. There's really nothing I would recommend out of the gateway. And even that one's expensive, I think. Yeah, we have cheer points. I told you about the rewards here. They are idealistically changing. It is because they haven't really changed this quite yet. Yeah, I do know they actually apparently changed the amount of stuff you get. The maximum amount of points you can get is now 175k. They changed the amount of guild points you can actually get as well. Setting up on the feed. Yeah, cheer points and whatever. So we have those things, we have them done. And yeah, that's kind of it for updates. Hopefully that was at least a little bit informational to you. Hopefully it wasn't too long. I know it's like half an hour. It's pretty long, but it happens. I will be posting a new video on the things. It should be fairly simple. I will be actually guiding us all to their social media website, just so I'm not necessarily mooching entirely. So yeah, that's kind of the video. Have a good one. Peace out.